What's going on, everyone? My name is Bruno and we are back with LGA Season 3 Power Rankings, this time with the VERITY division. This time we are gonna have Folgado again, say hello.
Again, everyone.
And we have the same host we had in Equity. I still didn't kink him for some reason. You can say hello, Squid.
I can say hello, Bruno. Calamari salutations, everyone.
So I just released the Equity video, so that should be already in the on the channel. So either way, if you didn't watch the Equity rankings, Folgado, you want to explain again how we did this?
Sure. This is basically everyone's vote tallied into one analysis. We averaged the votes that everyone submitted, and this is their opinion. This is not our. We'll give our opinion, but the results order is not what we necessarily think.
Yeah, okay, so you're gonna have to explain this in the 4th video, so I just hope you
Yeah.
you're ready. So okay, we are gonna, so as I said, this is a VERITY division, and the 16 teams is Ginazu, so he has access to Isuyan Samurott, Iron Moth, Cleaver, Aturin, Rodomo, Gudra, Staraptor, Terra Poltergeist, the Ariyama, and Terra Alolan Dugtrio. So you guys wanna start with this one?
Gunazu, please.
Gunazu, yes, Gunazu.
Gunazu.
That's on me.
May I?
Sure.
You guys lied to me. You told me that the best Terramon in 9 points was a Galarian Articuno. I'm seeing
No.
I never said that. I think
Top two.
Yes, I never said what was the first one.
I mean, there are two better ones, Poltergeist and Oricorio.
Oricorio.
So you guys lied to me.
I don't agree. I don't think Oricorio is better. I can see all forms and viability, but okay, you can comment the team. That's another.
Okay, so this team has hazards, and it has damage, and it has hazards and damage at the same time. So it's amazing.
That's a nice way to put it.
It also has Hattering to stop hazard stacking from the opposing side.
I like the top 3 as like a new toy ones. Let's go. Well, we like hazards, we like damage. Let's play with the.
Okay. So, is Hisuian Samurott a first round pick, guys?
No, it's not even.
It.
It's not even the best round to pick. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I agree.
When your signature move can miss, and it misses a lot, you can rank them on as maybe a round 3 mon, at least.
Okay, it's pretty annoying when your signature move does have a pretty bumming side effect of setting up spikes.
Yeah. The thing is, Samurott has the I wanna try things syndrome, so I guess the same as Ursaluna. I guess it's similar to Ursaluna.
I may be wrong, but I feel like with the time moving on in this gen, I think Hisuian Samurott will rise up in.
Will rise?
Rise up? I think it will fall.
Will rise up.
I think it will fall.
I think
100%.
Yeah, I think it will fall. And it's already falling in OU, at least.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly on draft.
You should know that OU and the.
I know.
No,
I know.
It's the same
I really
thing.
know.
It's the same thing. Like, people
But,
will see when they start missing Ceaseless Edge and they will start get hurt by missing Ceaseless Edge, they'll regret drafting this, especially round 1. I think this one is good, but I don't think it's awesome. I don't think it's fantastic.
I like the idea of this team. I just wanted more speed.
No, yeah, the speed, that's another topic. I think the speed is.
I like the idea of the team. I just needed a go brr.
Yeah, I can see that.
I see what you mean.
One thing I will say is that I like the idea of the team. Just if you don't miss this, let's live in the world where you don't miss Ceaseless Edge, and you eat your Stone Axes. You have rock spikes damage and have a Terra Poltergeist with Shell
Yes.
Smash. That sounds broken. And Staraptor also a phenomenal choice card fuser that pressures a lot with Brave Bird, Close Combat, and Double Edge. I like the idea. I think the speed would be appreciated, more speed. That's a thing. I guess better defensive options. Because if I look at the bulk, I can see Atarin, can see Gudra, can see Ariyama. I mean, they are not amazing. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad team by any means. I don't think
It's an offensive draft.
yeah, it's an offensive draft, I guess,
yeah.
which it can work in this meta. But it's such an offensive team that I would like a bit more of pivoting as well. But we'll see.
So, one question. I just have one question. How many weeks is the season?
9.
9 weeks?
Yes.
So there will be at least 2 games where Ginado won't set up the 3 layers of spikes.
I guess that's a fair point.
Because the chance of hitting 3 ceaseless edges is actually 73%.
I guess.
Just so you know.
Well, let's hope Ginazu feels lucky every day. I guess every week. But yeah, so this is the first team. Next up we have Pinutella with Sneasler, Azumarill, Rillaboom, Rotom Heat, Weavile, Annihilate, Hisuian Sliggoo, Atrum with Terra Atrum, Terra Farigiraf, and Mudsdale. You guys wanna start?
Why do I see an Annihilate round 6?
Yeah.
Because it was there.
It was there, I guess.
It was there.
I will say I don't love Sneasler and Annihilate on the same team. That's something. That's 15 points that you just waste, in my opinion. I guess it's an Annihilate. It's an Annihilate.
It's an Annihilate, yeah.
But Annihilate Sneasler together, I don't buy it. Not sure about you guys, but I don't buy it.
No, it's so that I was gonna say something, but I just completely forgot.
It's not any part.
Whatever. No. I don't think Rillaboom is around 3 pick.
I can see if he wants to secure terrain for Sneasler. I can see that.
That's the main reason, I think. I agree.
Okay, I can see that.
Also, having terrain while getting hit by, if Annihilate gets hit, having the grassy terrain plus leftovers, it's also nice.
That's true.
That's another
Yeah.
point, I guess.
I miss Grassy White.
I feel like this team is lacking something.
Defensive.
It's also really physically oriented.
It's really physical oriented.
Yes.
100%.
No real special attackers.
But you have specs Hisuian Sliggoo to just save you. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah,
don't
but I forget about Specs, Hizzy, and Sliggoo.
and specs,
How silly of
specs
me.
Satrum. Imagine specs Satrum, please make it happen. I guess I can see this team having some problems. Especially it's really physical oriented. I don't like the defensive backbone of the team. I think we'll have to rely a lot on. I mean, Azu again. It's a versatile one in the sense that can be either offensive or defensive. I guess Rillaboom here has to be more used as an assault fast user just to be able to have more bulk, because there's not really like Rotom Heat, for example, has to be a bit more bulky. So mons that could be more offensive sometimes will have to rely to be more bulky, unless you want to rely on bulky Hisuian Sliggoo every week, on Mudsdale every week, on a bulky Farigiraf every week, and I don't think that's the case. So I guess mons that can be a bit more offensive, as I said, Rillaboom, Rotom Heat, will have to be a bit more defensive because this team will need it.
So assuming that Hatram would be a Terra Captain, I would actually prefer to have Mudsdale as the Terra Captain. Because
I guess.
since it's gonna be such a pivotal defensive one on the team, being able to change the Terra type, the typing, while getting a stamina boost, would sometimes just make it so that Mudsdale would run out of control.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that.
Another thing interesting is that this team has still 3 points remaining for trades. I wouldn't mind some trades on this team. Not sure if they already happened. Folgado, you can help me on that matter.
I can check real quick.
So you can check. But I think this team could use some trades. Because it has.
Yeah, I don't like the Weavile. I don't like the Weavile because it's a very similar mana to Sneasler, and
it gives you a dark type, I guess.
Yeah.
But I would rather have another dark type. Not sure if there's anything.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I wouldn't mind a Umbreon on this team.
I wouldn't mind a Umbreon on this. 100%. Yeah.
But no, there no trades.
But I can see this team having some trades and be a lot better, honestly. But that's pretty much it. So next up, we have Bombastic with Chiyu, Magnezone, Tinglu, Hisuian, Lilligant, Slowbro, Terra Talonflame, Quagsire, Frostlass, Terra Hypno, and Flamigo. Let me just say that Bombastic was able to grab the best check to Terra Oricorio in Hypno, and I'm being serious. There's no way Oricorio beats Hypno, and I already proved that. Yeah, Squid is laughing because he saw it live. But yeah, the fact this team, the fact that Chiyu is pretty threatening, I am not sure about I don't know if you guys have any general thoughts about the team overall.
I do have a general thought about the team.
Go ahead, Squid.
This team is Chiyu and 9 fillers.
Okay.
Because I don't see an immediate synergy between Chiyu and the rest of the mod.
I agree.
He also has 2 dark types. I don't think that's necessary at all. But they do feel different rules.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there's the Hisuian Lilligant that pretty much beats the water types that come in on Chiyu. The ones that come in on Chiyu, because there are not many. But there's that.
I think it's missing something.
It's missing
I don't
something.
like the Slowbro plus the Quack there.
Yeah, they're both weak to grass. You had the Tinglu also being weak to grass, and your defensive core is basically weak to grass.
Yeah,
it's not the worst type to be.
is doing nothing here, pretty much.
Yeah.
Quagsire is doing nothing, and for 9 points you can actually grab a pretty decent Pokemon.
A decent mon, not named Quagsire.
Yeah.
Quagsire is not.
Another thing I don't like is Terra Captains. I mean, Talonflame, I don't know. I don't have many thoughts as Talonflame. That's mainly because I never thought of Talonflame as a Terra Captain. I guess it can free up more SD sets with
yeah, I think that was
Flare Blades, Brave
plan.
Bird, and Terra Blast, depending on the Terra option. I guess that can be a thing. Squid, I don't know if you have an opinion on Terra Talonflame.
Yes, I do have an opinion on Terra Talonflame. Thanks for asking. And the opinion is, why is it not Magnezone?
I guess, yeah, I could see Terra Magnezone maybe being better. Yeah.
I would even argue Flamingo, honestly.
Yes, yeah, I can see. Because
those are both better options.
I could see Talonflame. I don't even.
You're talking about the Swords Dance Talonflame, but you have a whole Hisuian Lilligant there, which is basically better in every aspect.
Sure. The thing is, if Talonflame isn't a Terra Captain, what is Talonflame doing here on the team?
Nothing.
Because you have Flamigo.
It's removal.
I guess. But if removal, it's not gonna be a Terra Captain. I mean, it's not gonna take out the potential of being a Terra Captain. That's the thing.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's yeah, I guess that's it. Hypno is fine. For 1 point, I think it's pretty cool, actually. So I'll argue the Talonflame. I don't argue the Hypno because for 1 point, I think it's pretty decent. Moving on, we have Scapper with Iron Valiant, Zapdos, Terra Orthworm, Gastrodon, Garganacl, Terra Bronzong, King Gambit, Altaria, Dragalge, and Quaxwell. Just so you know, we have Quaxley, we have Quaxwell, and we have Quacklevolt. So that's amazing. Yeah, and we don't have that. Never happened with other starters. So that proves that Quaxley is the best starter. And
Oh no.
oh yes, shut up. Let's move on.
Oh no.
Okay, let's move on. So this team, I think it's pretty bulky. With Zapdos, Orthworm, Gastrodon, Garganacl, Bronzong, Kingambit, Dragalge. Pretty bulky team. At the same time, mons like Zapdos, mons like Kingambit, mons like Dragalge, even being bulky, can hit hard. Bit weird having Bronzong and Kingambit on the same team, honestly. But Bronzong...
It's a triple steel team.
Yeah, actually Orthworm, yeah, that's pretty weird. I guess both steel types are Terra captains. I'm still almost pretty sure that Squid will criticize having 3 steel types on the same team.
No, I won't.
Okay.
Actually, I do like it.
Okay.
Because they are both Terra captains. And the ones that are... Kingambit always wants to be a more offensive mon. So having a defensive steel type to take that role and take it away from Kingambit is actually pretty nice. I like that.
It's something that just came to my mind. It's how funny you have Terra Bronzong that can at the same time have both abilities if you are Terra Fire. So you have like the Heat Proof because you resist fire, and you have you still have the Levitate if you bring that Bronzong. It's pretty cool that actually. Now that I think about it.
What I would argue is, how the hell do you pick Orthworm round 3?
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
That's my main gripe.
That's something.
Because you have the Kingambit, you have even the Bronzong.
Kingambit in round 7 with Orthworm in round 3. It's something.
I still say still say that I don't like Bronzong here. I would make Dragalge a Terra Captain. I think it would be fantastic.
I would make a Dragalge into Terra Captain
and I would
too.
pick another.
I would pick Uxie over Bronzong.
For example. Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yes.
Uxie is a bit more expensive, I think. I was thinking of
one point
Metrics.
remaining. No, not sure if.
Oh yeah. Then it adds up. Yeah, Uxie.
Yeah, even if you need 2 more points, you just remove the Quaxwell and you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I would agree that would make the team better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. Still, it's a bulky team with some nice offensive around Valiant, Zapdos, again, Kingambit, Dragalge as a Terra Captain will be so much better. No. Squid, you wanna address something? Sure.
No, we're fine.
Okay, so let's move on into the next one, which is a Vandal with Ursaluna, Slowking, Aulucha, Terra Noivern, Cerulege, Grimmsnarl, Terra Frothmoth, Terina, Indeedee, and Knucklestack. Now, I want to start addressing the round 1 Ursaluna. Of course, Ursaluna is one of those mons that has the I want to try this bear syndrome. But it's not a round 1 pick. I'm using Ursaluna currently. You can also check my videos on my channel if you guys don't mind. Yeah, it's a really pretty cool mon for sure. Pretty cool mon. It's pretty hard. It's really bulky, but it's one of those mons that it's not a round 1 pick. It's a round 2 pick, and it's not a round 3 pick or later. It's exactly round 2 pick. But I can see people want to trying it because it's really cool. Aulucha Noivern is a bit weird. I guess with Noivern being a Terra Captain, I guess it can do things. I like Grimmsnarl here because parting shot into Ursaluna sounds broken, and you don't even care having the priority because Ursaluna has the bulk to come in on and take a hit, especially with the opponent's Pokemon having the stats lowered, the offensive stats lowered. I think it's fantastic. Slowking has priority in chilling reception, so it's fantastic as well for Ursaluna. So I guess the priority, the pivoting of this team, it really helps Ursaluna. It can help Aulucha getting a setup and just win. It can help Cerulege set up and win. It can help Frothmoth Terra set up and win. I know Squid doesn't like Frostmoth. We don't take Squid's opinions seriously because Frostmoth is a good Pokemon with Terra with a Terra option. But yeah, overall, I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's decent.
It's a very cool team to use screens, Grimmsnarl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that again. Yeah, the screens again. Yeah. Squid, you wanna address something?
I mean, I can say what I want about Frostmoth, so no.
Okay. But I guess the idea of the team. One thing I will say is maybe a better other setter, because it's Knuckle Stack the Walker. That's something, I guess.
Now that you mentioned the Knuckle Stack, I'm amazed by the amount of non-Terra Knuckle Stacks. I predicted when we started the league, I predicted there would be a lot of Terra Knuckle Stacks, but there aren't. And that
I just want to say,
no.
Knuckle Stack would be a better Terra
it's
than
not.
Frostmoth.
In this team, I don't agree. In this team, first, if you
I think this person is delusioned. If drafting Snow and Screens will have Frostmoth be a good Pokemon.
First,
it won't.
I want to see a Frostmoth sweep. Ivan, please.
First off, if you have Terra Knuckle Stack, there's no way you're grabbing Frostmoth. Unless you are completely ignoring Terra Noivern, which is not a thing. You have to Terra Noivern. So I think we are on the same page when we can say that you have to Terra Noivern. It's phenomenal Terra Captain. So if you're going to Terra Knuckle Stack, you're not gonna pick a Frostmoth. If you are picking a Frostmoth, you have to Terra the Frostmoth, because Knuckle Stack still has viability without being a Terra. Frostmoth doesn't have viability without being a Terra Captain, and that's just it. He has Bug Ice, which is terrible. Terra typing. But
thank you for adding to my point.
It's a Terra Captain, and he has a lot of priority to use the capabilities of Frostmoth of just setting up and win. So I like it.
Bolt Beam is amazing.
Yeah, I like it. It doesn't even need to be Terra Electric. It can be any. It's free Terra.
Sure.
It's free Terra. Free Terra, everyone. It's nice. It's nice. So yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty decent team. I like the idea of the team. Even though it doesn't have like a huge Pokemon round one, yeah, there's Luna, which is, I think the team will just finish well rounded. I don't think I think there's gonna be worse teams than this one. That pretty much are gonna be ranked higher, but we'll see. Next up we have Ethan with Roaring Moon, Galarian Slowking, Donphan, Hisuian Zoroark, Pelipper, Paldean Tauros Fire, Thunderous Tea, the Terra Wigglytuff, Terra Bisharp, and Masquerain. Squid, I think you can start, so I can disagree with you after.
What the hell is this team?
You're gonna be more specific.
It's a rain.
Okay,
team.
so it's a rain with Taurus Fire, with no rain abuser outside of Masquerain.
Thunderous.
Let me talk let me just talk about Kenai
And
Pelipper.
the
Kenai Pelipper.
Kenai. Oh.
Let's move on.
Yeah, I don't get the Pelipper on this team. That's my biggest issue.
And then you can also reset your rain with Galarian Slowking. I mean, it's a good mon, Galarian Slowking. I don't get the Pelipper on this team, actually.
I think it's the
not at all.
biggest concern. It's pretty much the Pelipper. I don't see a reason to draft Pelipper if it's not to have a rain team. Yeah, 11 points is too much. 11 points is too much. I'll grab those 11 points. I'll draft maybe a better Terra Captain, and I will just ignore Wigglytuff or whatever you want, or Masquerain, and draft a better Terra Captain and just grab a 1.1 later. I don't like the Terra combination. I think Wigglytuff, I think Bisharp it's nice as a Terra Captain. Wigglytuff, it's a bit meh for me. Yeah, overall it's that. I think overall it's just that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think basically what caught my eye is that I wasn't seeing Pelipper. Yeah, but it does have some pretty cool mons. I was maybe bashing this team too hard. Now that I'm looking more into it, The first four are amazing mons, and they will function pretty well in this meta.
Even Thunderous, it's here. I think if you consider like Roaring Moon, Galarian Slowking, Donphan, Zoroark, Bisharp, Thunderous, you have a pretty solid 6.
Even Tauros.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah,
patch the
having
Tauros
that
without a problem.
developer be someone else would actually be amazing for
You can
this team.
patch
I
the
would-
Tauros. You can
Even like a Dondozo or
yeah, something another water type that it's not Pelipper.
Yeah, then I could see Dondozo. Yeah.
Another water type that it's not Pelipper, like Quaxley. You bring Quaxley, something that it's not Pelipper, because it doesn't really fit.
Quagsire.
Quagsire. Well, something that is not Pelipper. Oh, shut up, Squid. Shut up. Okay, so moving on. We got J-Bob here with Landorus, Incarnate, Dragonite, Volcanion, Terra Lucario, Gardevoir, Fortress, Overquill, Amoonguss, Hisuian Typhlosion, and the Cloth, Terra Cloth. So, you guys...
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Folgado, Cloth 2, Knuckle Stack 0.
I was gonna mention that. I can
see Cloth having more Terra options than Knuckle Stack, honestly. So
I love Cloth getting action.
Yeah,
I really
getting
do.
some love here. Yeah, for sure. One thing I don't understand is why Landorus Dragonite. That's something I don't.
The double quad weakness.
Yeah, I guess you have Volcanion and Fortress, but still, Jesus. I don't. It's no.
It's not really ideal, no.
I'm not feeling this team.
Guys, listen to me. Having a team weak to ice type is the worst thing you can have in draft, because ice moves have the slight down effect of freezing your mons 10% of the time, and freezing is the worst condition in Pokemon. It has no counterplay and it's RNG dependent. So
I guess one thing,
being weak to ice is actually the worst in a draft.
I don't think this team is weak to ice necessarily, because you have Volcanion, you have Lucario,
but it's not necessarily weak to ice. But you see the top 2 mons and you're gonna pack ice coverage on some of your mons. And that means that ice type moves will head out your way. And that means that you will get frozen. It's inevitable. It's probability.
I think
What does this team do against the Excalibur, for example?
it loses.
No, it actually gets a pretty cool Terra with the Lucario and Okos.
I guess.
I guess, yes.
One thing I will say, this team is pretty rock. That's the thing I will say. He has Lucario and nothing else. You're not gonna argue Fortress. I don't want to argue the Fortress. It has Lucario and nothing else. Nothing else resists rock. Nothing. So it's rock.
Lucario is actually okay.
It's the only.
I was gonna say
resist.
yeah.
It's the only resist.
Yeah, it's a resist. When you're when you quad resist, you can call yourself a resist. Yeah.
Does Volcanion skill get defucked?
No,
unfortunately. I don't think so.
So
No,
Fortress is the only removal, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's a decent one.
It's a decent one for sure, but yeah, ghost types. That's the thing.
But yeah,
I guess it's not amazing. It's not an amazing team. I don't personally. Another thing I will say is again the speed tiers. We have.
I think.
No, we won't say they are nice. Yeah, they are not. You have like.
No, I was not gonna say that. I was gonna say it says something when your first round pick is Landorus, and you look at the team and it's meh.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Well, moving on. We have Extreme at 9th place with Garchomp, Corviknight, Sylveon, Terra Arcanine, Vaporeon, Decidueye, Terra Dunsparce, Alolan Raichu, Passimian, and Tyranitar. So, Folgado, you wanna start?
Is this Gen 8?
Oh my.
I was gonna mention it because this is the fourth league in a row, considering all leagues Extreme played, in a row that he drafted Garchomp and Corviknight. This is the most extreme-ish team. It's an extreme team. What can I say? It's really bulky. It's bulky, and it has a Garchomp. I think Bruno agrees with me. It's
Absolutely.
vintage extreme. He won last season. He is the current champion. So let's see what he will do. I actually spoke with him a bit about the team, so I know some stuff I'm not gonna talk about for specific matchups. But I'll let you guys get in a bit more detail.
Squid, you wanna?
I want, yeah, I can go. So this is basically, barring one small detail that I'll mention, this is basically textbook team building, because you have your fantasy core in Garchomp, Corviknight, Sylveon.
Oh, for sure.
They are the first 3 picks. You then grab your elemental core, the fire, water, and grass, with the next 3 picks. You have a normal type for ghost immunities. You have Volt Turn core in Corviknight and Alolan Raichu, and Passimian as well. You have a dark type to be immune to pranksters, to be immune to psychic, and stored power in general. You have a ghost type to... Basically, this team checks all boxes except one, and that is a grounded poison.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm concerned by that, because such a bulky team will rely a lot on his bulky mons, and getting the poison chip against him will actually be amazing.
Well, one thing I will say, in the last video we talked about Louis' team, when I said that Louis is a player that shines more on the drafting part more than on the team building or battling. He's still good, but the best parts of his skills are on drafting. Extreme is a player that absolutely shines more on the battlefield than on the drafting. He shines more on the team building and battle aspect more than on the this team it's nice. It's a decent team.
It isn't horrible. It isn't bad.
Horrible. It isn't horrible. I don't think it's it lacks something. First, the grounded poison, which is this generation specifically. I think it's huge not having a grounded poison. Next up is speed tiers, which your fastest mon is Alolan Raichu. I guess you have then the Garchomp, which in this gen, of course, it's not fantastic. You're not even gonna.
Well, Raichu is not fast in this gen. Not fast enough, at least.
Yeah, and he's not even a Terra Captain. So you're not gonna bring it every week, right? I guess you have Scarf Passimian, which is a pretty decent choice scarfer, but again, you are gonna lock Passimian to a choice scarf every week, and maybe you're not even gonna bring Passimian every week, which I guess it has some viability on this team to be bring every week, but we'll see. But the thing is, with a player like Extreme, these problems, they don't matter. They don't. He'll make this team work. I'm pretty sure he will make this team work because this screams an Extreme team. So these problems, for me, they matter. If I'm Peter 1 using this, I'll be losing. With him being using this team, they won't matter. He had a pretty similar team last season. He won. He just won. He didn't care. Just won. So I think it's pretty viable for him. I think this team is pretty viable.
Shout out to the Quackable.
Shout out to Quackable. Yeah, of course, Quackable. Best starter, of course. So yeah, one thing I will say is the third choice of Arcanine. I would probably choose Alolan Raichu just because I think it will gain a lot more viability and will give a lot more viable speed to the team that it desperately needs, in my opinion. But again, it doesn't matter because it's Extreme and it's gonna make it work. So I don't know. I think that's pretty much it about the thought. I don't know if you guys want to address anything else.
I think
it's all been said.
Okay. So next up we have 8s with Goldengo, Baxcalibur, Screamtail, Greninja, Volcarona, Terra Ocean, Terra Oricorio, Ditto, Upper, and the Drill. How do you get Goldengo Baxcalibur? It's pretty nuts. How do you get Goldengo Baxcalibur Greninja? It's pretty nuts. How do you get Goldengo Baxcalibur Greninja Volcarona? It's pretty nuts. So that's my thought about the team.
Add a Screamtail on top of that.
Yeah, that's stupid. Also, Terra
And
Ocean
a Terra Oricorio, by the way.
and the Terra Ocean, which can be pretty obnoxious with the bulk with the Screamtail to pair together. Yeah, I like this.
Don't forget about Ditto as well.
I don't think Ditto is amazing, but I guess it
it's
forces prep.
It forces prep.
Yeah,
It forces prep.
Also, we really need to stop banning the Arena Trap because it's not that good. We really need to
I mean,
stop.
we never was just the first
Yeah,
the first
we need
time we banned it.
Yeah, let's disband it next season because it doesn't make much sense. Other than that, I really like the team, honestly. Just yes, an insane good offensive core between Goldengo, Baxcalibur, the Greninja, the Volcarona. I mean, they don't need to be all offensive. Like Goldengo has the bulk to be annoying with Thunder Wave and Recover. Baxcalibur for itself has like bulk. Of course, with Swords Dance and Dragon Dance is just a nonsense. Greninja can be an hazard setter. And Volcarona can just be annoying with U-turn and just being able to U-turn. If you don't want to run Quiver Dance, you can just be there, click U-turn and try to gain some Flame Body burns. So I guess it works. Oricorio shines as a Quiver Dance as well. Being all forms, we already talked about it in the last video. It's pretty scary, one of the best Terra options. I like it. I don't know about you guys, but I like it.
I like it as well.
Squid?
Really good.
It feels a bit shallow to me, in the aspect that you only have like we've talked about 8 month teams. I feel like this team is basically only 7 months, and sometimes you're gonna
can
bring
see
the
that.
Ditto.
I can see that.
I can say, yeah, 8. 7.5, let's see, because the Ditto is kind of 7.5.
Let's bring the Upper, please.
Yeah,
I want
and
to see the Upper.
to be fair, I'm not the greatest Greninja fan out there, so
I'm not
yeah.
the best Greninja fan as well, but when you grab it round 4, I'm a Greninja fan.
I can see that, yeah.
Other thing I will say is that that Upper should be a Quaxley, and I'm gonna move him on. I'm not near anything. Let's see, number 7. One take with Iron Bundle, Enamorous, Hisuian Arcanine, Quaquaval, Crocodile, Brambleghast, Terra Mesprit, Terra Electrode, Alolan and the Spidops. Any thoughts?
This team, Cream's Webs plus Button.
Basically, yeah. This is hyper offense for sure.
There's a Terra Electrode, Squid. You wanna talk about it?
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
No, if you tell me, no, let me just warn you. If you tell me that Electrode should be Brambleghast, I will kick you from the call right now.
No, I wouldn't pick Brambleghast over Electrode.
You can stay.
But I just want to say that Electrode is not that good. It does have the speed tier, okay, I'll give you that. But it's basically its only good stat because it's only 80 special attack.
It literally gives you a viable electric type. Literally. Can we just address that it literally gives you a viable electric type? It doesn't need to be strong. It has Iron Bundle and an Amorous.
Are you gonna bring Electrodes to every match?
No, but that's why you have a Termesprit as well. That's why you have a Termesprit as well. That can be viable.
Yeah, and I think most of the time you're gonna Terra Mesprit.
It's fine. Termesprit costs 9 points. The Electrode costs 2 points. It's fine if you use Mesprit more than Electrode. Electrode is still a viable electric type. That just pivots, volt switches, brings the bundle, brings your Namorous, the Hisuian Arcanine, the Quaquaval, clicks buttons, kills, wins. That's it. That's it.
I have my doubts about the last part, but oh well.
Yeah, I like it. It's a I'm a bit concerned about the bulk again, because even to the offense.
There's no bulk. There's no bulk. There's no bulk needed. Just click the button. Click the button.
There's must pretend muck, I guess. There's must pretend muck. And we can argue intimidate Crocodile, I guess. But
I was thinking about that. Crook is gonna be defensive, like
yeah, it's gonna force Crocodile to be defensive with intimidate and rocks. But like,
And I don't think Crocodile has to be defensive. You just put them on in, click button, die, and eventually you can bring Crocodile when
it doesn't need to be
start.
defensive. And I guess with this team, you can bring it defensive. It doesn't matter because you have more offensive mons. So I guess.
Yeah.
I actually like Rook here. I actually like Rook on this team because it can function different ways.
Yeah. I don't dislike it
as well. Muck is fine as a grows on poison. I guess. As of this team working with sticky webs, I can see this team being pretty scary with sticky webs. I can see the team working well outside of webs. Because you have faster mons like Bundle and Amorous. Quack of Volcane Speed. Electro, of course.
I would appreciate a better spin blocker. That's just it.
It's Bramblegast, Jesus. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we don't talk about Bramblegast. It's just awful. Well, yeah, that's a fair point, I guess. But overall, I think it's a decent team that matches the meta. I guess
it's offensive.
It's an offensive team. Yeah. Next up, we have Battle.net CEO with Chimpao, Rotom Wash, Tornadus T, Toadscruel, Tinkaton, Regidrago, Electros, Terra Salazzle, Terra Sandaconda, and Squawkabilly. Squid, you see on your screen Chimpao, Rotom Wash, Tornadus Tyrion. How do you feel about it?
I feel about it pretty good if I'm the team, if I'm piloting this team, because I like those three paired up. Tornadus doesn't actually have to worry about ice type moves. Then the electric moves heading Tornadus' way will be absorbed by the Toadscruel. And lastly, the rock type moves as well. So I do like it. So having Chimpao on the team, you do need to have something to remove fairy types and water types out of the way. Toadscruel might work on the first regard, removing water types, but I don't see an immediate way of removing fairy types out of the way.
There's a
maybe
Tinkaton, Salazzle. I don't think it's gonna have some problems. I don't think it's gonna have some problems. Like, where's the fairy type?
Okay.
It's gonna be annoying for this team to deal with. Springtail, I guess.
And
I guess.
I don't like. I don't like the Sandaconda on this team.
You don't like?
I don't like Sandaconda as a mon at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not feeling the Sandaconda on this team.
I think it can work pretty well as a turn.
It gets glare, I guess.
I think it's the best thing that.
No. I think you guys are forgetting about Shetskin.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not forgetting about Chesky. I think the best thing this Sandaconda can give to this team is legit glare, so Chimpao can be adamant. That's it. And Chimpao clicks buttons and wins games. And with with the Terra option, it's way more easy to click glare with Sandaconda. So that's.
I was also gonna say that I like the Chimpao and the Regidrago paired up, because since both are checked by fairy types, one will chip down the fairy types for the other one. So I like that a lot.
Yeah,
absolutely. But well, it's easier for Chimpao to clean up the fairy types for Regidrago than the opposite. But I guess you have a point. Yeah, it's overall a nice team, I guess. Let's not forget Squawkabilly and the parting shot option as well. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it about the team. So next up we have Durza with Iron Threats, Walking Wake, Torkoal, Florges, Brute Bonnet, Hisuian Braviary, Slitherwing, Toxtricity, Charizard, and Spiritomb. So Folgado, you're pretty much mentoring Durza as well, so you wanna talk about
it? Sun, and threat.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sun and threat. Eh, I don't know. I Walking Wake in Sun is, and Walking Wake, Brute Bonnet, and Slitherwing in Sun are just devastating.
These
They hurt.
Terra choices with the Sun option are
Yes.
insanely strong. Brute Bonnet and Charizard as Terra captions with Sun, insane. Squid, you wanna
But-
Good
address?
luck switching.
But
Good luck
does-
switching
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
does this team work without Sun
No,
though?
but
That's
No.
but
That's my problem.
It's a Sun team. Use the Sun. Like that. Use it. And I have to bring Torkoal every week. Bring it. It's powerful.
no, that's not the problem. But like, if you're facing like the Slowking and the pretty much the Slowkings because of silly reception, I guess you have Slitherwing and
Slitherwing, Toxtricity.
and Walking Wake for the other Treads for the other one, I guess. But
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
it can beat Slowking. I can see the problems that you are talking about, but I can see ways of this team just nuking Slowking.
I mean, Bonnet handles both.
Yeah.
like,
So that's
Yeah.
not and you can tear Charizard and nuke. So yeah, that's not exactly a problem. And you have Toxtricity as well. So yeah, I really.
It's a lot to prep for.
One thing I
It's
will
a-
say is that I might be a bit slightly ground weak because your top three, I mean, Walking Wake doesn't resist ground, so it's neutral. But I guess it's gonna be a bit ground weak at sometimes, but that's the problem with some teams overall. I guess you have Slitherwing. You have two immunities, but one of them is a Terra Captain, so it can not be a flying type anymore.
Slithering can be brought a bit more bulky.
I guess, but
If
if you want
you
to
want
run,
to switch.
you can bring just Choice Band, Slitherwing, and not
Yes,
have
yes.
recovery. I guess it can be a bit ground weak at sometimes, but overall I think it's a pretty decent draft, pretty powerful as well. So yeah, I like what Urza did here. Squid, you want to address?
Yeah, and actually the Florges, keeping the Torkoal healthy, can be
Yeah, for sure.
pretty good.
Absolutely, that's a pretty fair point as well. Yeah, even ones like
And
Current
Florges
Blast-
also Florges heals off Synthesis, which gets powered by the sun.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense having Florges here. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's a pretty fair point. It's a pretty cool team overall. Next up, we have Arch Ovum with the Palafin, Itran, Salamence, Glimora, Terra Jolteon, Dashman, Terra the Dunsparce, the Suyan Decidueye, the Alolan Persian, and the Palossand. So, thoughts about this team?
You want to talk about it since you love Alolan Persian?
Oh, absolutely. So overall, I think it's a pretty decent draft. It's bulky offense, more inclined to offense, but bulky offense because it has some bulky mons. The fact that I'm probably in the draft community and including Wi-Fi and Showdown, I'm probably the biggest Alolan Persian fan. I'm probably the player in Generation 8 that used the Alolan Persian the most because I really love the mon. I think having the option to, and I think he has pretty nice options here to abuse Parting Shot, mainly the Palafin, mainly mons like Salamence to Dragon Dance. Glimora can be offensive and just abuse that as well. Same with Jolteon with Calm Mind and the Terra option. So it's a lot of options to abuse Parting Shot here, and it's a bulky mon that pretty much fits the team really well. So I really like Persian here. I think it's one of the most underrated mods in draft format, just because I think it matches just the access to be bulky and having Parting Shot and having a really nice speed here and the knockoff user. It's really cool.
I don't think it still gets knockoff.
I'm not. Yeah,
I think it lost knockoff
this generation, but again, having the option to Parting Shot and be bulky, I think it's pretty valuable.
Yeah, Parting Shot don't even
Also,
U-turn.
Taunt is pretty cool. Yeah. Palafin is just Palafin. I think having Palafin, Itran, Salamence, Glimora, Jolteon as first 5, it can bring those 5 every week and have just really 5 strong Pokemon. The Dunsparce as a Terra Captain is just really cool as well. So phenomenal Terra choices here. Dashman as a Fairy type as a Wish Passer can pretty much work as well. Persian, I already talked about it. It's in the Decidueye. So it doesn't have a Pokemon that you can say it's a bad Pokemon. You're not gonna bring this Pokemon. This Pokemon has zero viability. It doesn't. He pretty much make a pretty decent composition of a team, and I really enjoy this. I really like it. Really, I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy this team.
There's one thing I don't love. It's having two of your most important mons being quad weak to ground.
I don't. Okay, I can see that. I don't think it's. I can see that. I don't think it's a huge problem. But I can see that. One of those easily runs Air Balloon, Shuka Berry, whatever. I can see what you're saying, but I still think it will gain more. I think those two pair so well with the team overall that I don't think having the ground option, the ground weaknesses, it's gonna be huge. And also you're gonna click Earthquake against Limora, good luck dealing with the toxic spike, and have to deal with the insane pressure of Palafin and Jolteon and whatever he has, Salamence. Yeah, good luck dealing with that. I like it. I can see your points. It's a negative, I guess, but overall I think it's just the team is good. The team is good.
Yeah, I like the team.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on, top 3. We have Bork with Great Tusk, Meowscarada, Scaladurge, Scizor, Hydreigon, Paldean Tauros Water, Terra, Hisuian Electrode, Grafaiai, Luxray, and the Dene. And we can start with the end. Why there's an Hisuian Electrode, a Luxray, and a Dene, I don't understand. But I guess you guys can. Squid, you wanna explain me since you have crazy ideas? You're literally gonna try to find an argument to explain having a Luxray and
no,
a
but
Dene.
I find it hard when one of the electric types is Electrode.
Why, dude? Yeah, that's
Whoa.
literally
Whoa.
the only electric type that makes sense. You're making a
No, Luxray is actually can be pretty good as a wall breaker in some scenarios.
Telling me that Luxray is better than Electrode. Okay, move on. Yeah, you can move on.
I like the
but if I see this team and I see the first 8 months, I think this team is overall pretty well built.
Okay,
with
Grafaiai, I think I can forgive you.
Yeah, Grafaiai is a fine pick. I would argue that this team is lacking a fairy type. Maybe that's why he grabbed the Dene. I don't know, but having the Dene will not fix the problem of a fairy type.
Even carbing. And we were not telling me that.
Yeah, I would argue that carbing would be better than the Dene. Yeah.
Even carbing. 100% carbing.
But the other ones, I feel like they are pretty good. They can be built. They can be customized, pretty well customized for each matchup. Because they can run, especially Great Tusk. Great Tusk is such a great roll compression mon. Can basically do everything that you want it to. So, and I feel like Scaladurge to a point can do that. Meowscarada can be hazard stacking if you wanted to. Scizor can be defensive and Swords Dance. This team has a lot of versatility in my opinion, and I do appreciate that very much.
Now the question is, wouldn't it be better if Grafaiai was a Terra Captain? I'm not assuming it is.
Over what?
One of those.
But I would still prefer
over Hisuian Electrode.
Of course.
I would
say over Hisuian Electrode.
Considering that the free ones we're talking about, I agree with Tauros and Electrode, I think. But I wouldn't be mad with the Grafaiai.
Yeah, that's one of those teams, probably the only one that it has 3 decent choices.
If he doesn't want to make trades, he could be switching around.
I guess.
He could. It's a strategy.
It's an option. Yeah.
One thing I like to say the top 3 ones, Tusk, Meowscarada, Scaladurge, probably the most common 3-mon core in the LGA. because in last season we had coach with this. In the off season, which we had like everyone picked the ones they wanted to use and they use it. I used this core, and now Bork has this core. They work together pretty well. And I'm looking at those top 5 to 7, even Graphite, I guess. I like the team as a whole.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty decent team. So, second spot to Lava Skull with Dragapult, Upan Bound, Isui and Gudra, Terra Clotsire, Enamorous Therian, Thunderous, Alola Mamola, Isui and Avalok Terra, Tauros, and Carkol. Squid, you want to start with this?
Sure, I can start with this. It looks pretty scary, not gonna lie. So switching into the combination of Dragapult and Hoopa will be painful. Having Hisui and Gudra is such an amazing mon. It's such a bulky mon, and
Annoying
it can
mon.
deal. Yeah, it's really annoying because it's one of those ones where you're almost always at least sacking him onto it in order to get rid of it, and that just adds value to the team. And Clodsire being Terra Captain, ooh, my god.
I actually don't like it.
Good luck breaking that.
No, I don't like it.
But
I would prefer having Tauros.
Just for a
over
reason.
Cloudberry.
I prefer Tauros just for a reason. Both Terra Captains are defensive.
Yeah.
Not having an offensive Terra Captain, big mistake, in my opinion.
I can see that, but we've already passed through teams that had both defensive Terra
I
Captains.
guess, but they didn't have a Tauros. And
Yeah, Tauros is an amazing Terra Captain, but I don't dislike the Terra Captains that he has.
I disagree.
I don't think Claude
doesn't need
everyone
Terra.
benefits with Terra.
Yeah,
right?
but Claude doesn't need it.
I don't think Claude needs it
I
per
don't think
se.
Claude needs it. Yeah. One thing I will say is
Yeah, but suddenly you're running curse set with Claude.
okay, it's not amazing. It's really not. I don't think it is amazing.
Okay.
I think again, just because I think Tauros will just benefit so much and give this team so much offensive pressure. Also, I think this team pretty much it's overall pretty scary. I think it still struggles against fairy types overall, at least offensive fairy types, because Gudra doesn't resist it.
There aren't many offensive fairy types.
You can bring some. There's Gardevoir, there's Iron Valiant.
Okay, sure, but
there's Atrin can be Specs, and just there's no reason to not click Dazzling Gleam against this team, especially because you don't switch into Psychics with Clodsire. So
yeah, but between Claude and Gudra, you can.
I guess I don't think Gudra takes the. Against it's a Valiant, Gudra is not a switch-in, I guess.
Yeah, Valiant is the most annoying thing.
But that's because it's the most threatening one.
But it's a Valiant, so.
Yeah, I guess. I can see this team struggling a bit against offensive fairies, and you can legit bring some more offensive. Especially if you have, I don't think if you have any. You can floor just Terra?
Can.
So Florges, for example.
A Terra at Arena against his team.
Terra Florges. I can
Terra
see
at Arena against his team hurts.
That being a problem. Yeah. So we'll see. And the first team is jQuery with Urshifu Rapid Strike, Landorus T, Cinderace, Toxapex, Regieleki, Terra Uxie, Chestnut, Wargear, Terra Haunter, and Morgrem.
Aren't you a big Morgrem fan, Squid?
I've used it a couple times because I feel like it's a pretty budget pick.
Yeah, he used that against me.
But
and I spent the whole video calling it the pre-evo because I didn't remember the name, so I call it Impidimp and it was a Morgrem.
I've used Morgrem a couple times, but mainly because I feel like it's a good budget pick. I don't think it's a make or break mon, but I mean it's 2 points, so it wouldn't be. either way. But I don't think Toxapex is that good this generation. And I don't think you needed to double on a water type when you already have Urshifu Rapid Strike. Other than that,
You can't say that when you literally agree on Iron Bundle Samurott. You can't say that. This makes way more sense. It's an offensive water and a defensive water.
Okay, okay, I can see that. I can see that.
It makes
but
way more sense.
The thing is, I would prefer a Dondozo than a
With that,
Toxapex.
I can agree with that. But again, it's grounded poison, toxic spikes.
Yeah, and then you just pick the grounded poison on another one.
Okay, yeah,
See what I mean?
I can see that. I don't think this hurts a lot, but I can see that.
Okay. Terra Yuxi wouldn't be my first choice.
What would you
But
pick
maybe he's
with Hunter? Chestnut?
Chestnut.
Chestnut.
It has Belly Drum.
Okay, I can see that, yeah.
Belly Drum, Iron Defense. And I think he's gonna need Chestnut a lot on this team. I know Trailblaze is a thing now, but without Chestnut and Eleki, the water types are a bit of a problem.
I would pick Chestnut as well, yes, instead of Yuxi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he does have a Toxapex to switch it into water types.
True.
So.
True. Yeah.
I just wanted to say something, and I know I know Bruno knows what I'm gonna say about Wordier, and I don't think Wordier is good. I
hate Wordier. I really hate.
Right. Thank you, Folgado.
I really hate Wordier.
Basically, Stantler. They could have made something out of Stantler.
The best thing about
and then they removed its speed.
The best thing about Wordier is they made so Stantler can use Eviolite.
No, the best thing about Wordier, I totally disagree. It was the previous 8 generations where it didn't exist. Boom, cooked. I just cooked Wordier. I will say, this was, and you can correct me, Folgado. This was not the one-sided division, was it? No, it was.
No.
It was. I don't see why this team is first. I honestly don't see why this team is first. I don't.
Maybe the Urshifu Cinderace combo.
Yeah, that doesn't make the team. I really, because outside of the first 3.
So.
I'm just waiting to see a Warrior put in the work to prove us wrong.
Yeah, I don't
just
see
waiting.
this team being even top 5, honestly. Maybe I'm a bit too hard, but I don't. I would argue top 10.
This was, I remember now. This was the most tight votings.
Oh, I can understand that, but I don't see this team being first. I really don't agree. I'm not even sure if it's top 5.
I disagree as well.
I'm not even sure if it's top 5.
This wouldn't be my first pick.
Yeah, not
on the power rankings for sure.
By any means, but we'll see. So this finished power rankings for the Verity division. The next 2 videos will be about Valor and Origin. As always, thanks to Squid for being a part of these videos. And
my pleasure.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on next. So you guys can say goodbye.
Everyone.
And
Squid jetting out.
He's jetting out, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So peace, guys.